Today we are going to study our second part of 3.2 lesson of an English. Do schools really kill creativity? Our topic of discussion here is mind mapping. Here, once again I am going to repeat the definitions of mind mapping. Okay, mind map is the representations of information. What is mind map? Representation of information in the graphical form. In the graphical form, especially in the form of a diagram. Okay, you have to make this diagram in the form of diagram. It is the representation of information. We are representing the information in this diagram. Then it is hierarchical and shows the relationships among the various elements. Hierarchical means sequence. It is in a hierarchical form. One after another in the sequence it is coming, just like a root. On the root this tree stand, then this tree is having a branch, different branches. Okay, so these are the branches and this is the root. Okay, here it is in a sequence. It must come in a sequential form and includes comprising of all the elements. See here, all the elements are included. Mind mapping is a very useful way of transmitting information. Very useful way of what? Transmitting information. What? Mind mapping. Okay. Then into and out of your brain. Into and out of your brain. Okay, your brain. Then this process actually maps out your ideas quite naturally. What? Your ideas. How? Quite naturally. Here, this is the definitions of mind mapping. So, this mind mapping term is having a very wide range of implication. For example, whenever you are going for the examination, at the peak hour, at the end moment of your exam, if you make the mind map of each and every topic with the help of mnemonics, then what will happen? You will come to know. There is no need to do the rote learning. Okay, if you do rote learning, you will forget it. So make the mnemonics. Mnemonics yesterday I told you. So suppose the title, one word title is there is one word synopsis is given in your means a digest or notebook. So try to memorize. How you memorize? For example, you are studying the geography lesson. Okay, atmosphere. So on the atmosphere points are coming: atmosphere, weather. Okay, chemical weathering, mechanical weathering. So give the mnemonics. Chemical weathering, CM. CM stands for chemical. CW, chemical weathering. CW, chemical weathering. Okay, atmosphere. Give the initial A. So with the help of these mnemonics, you will come to know about your points. Okay, in this point, yes, I am going to write these so and so points. Okay, you will come to know. So this is very easiest way to make the mind map. After making mind map, means take the synopsis. Initial of the synopsis, mnemonics. Okay, so what will happen? It will become very easy. Temperature. So okay, you are going to write about temperature. Is your synopsis. So take the initial T. T stands for T is the mnemonic for temperature. So in this way, your study will become very effective and it will become relaxed. So here, mind map is also very helpful for the competitive exam also. Whenever you are going for the competitive exam. So suppose in the IAS exam, most of the students they are appearing for the IAS exam, and then what happened? You have to write the essay. Okay, in essay, if you will how you will start with the help of anecdotes, famous person's quote. Okay, in a systematic way, you have to give the example in a limited period of time. If suppose you are making the synopsis of the essay, so it will become very easy. Okay, give the initial. It will give the initial with the help of mnemonics. You will come to know, and in your brain the idea will come one after another, and you will write the essay, and you will become successful in the examination. So it is very helpful at the last hour study. Okay, mind mapping. So mind mapping is just like a scanning of your brain. Okay, it means scanning. What you are doing? You are scanning one topic with the help of your means the brainstorming. You are thinking. You are giving pressure to your mind. Okay, and later on what happened? You discover all this point. Okay, for example, I have given here preparing for the HSC examination. So what will happen? The student, they will think only on one subject. how you will prepare examination. Here I have written, you will prepare your timetable, follow reading of all textbook. Okay, all this point you are going to write. Okay, so this is known as the definitions of mind mapping. And mind mapping is what? Mind mapping is the representation of information. You represent your information in the form of a diagram. So what will happen? In the form of diagram, it will become very effective. It will come in sequence, hierarchical form. Then it shows the relationship among the various elements. So all these elements are having relationship. So all these points are related to this main idea, central idea. Okay. Then mind map is a very useful way of transmitting information into and out of your brain. Very useful. Okay, you will think. Okay, you will be giving a stress to your brain. You will think, and automatically this creativity comes from your mind. Okay. Then next, into your mind, this process actually maps out your ideas quite naturally. Very naturally, the ideas will come to your mind one after another. So this is the definition. And now, what you have to do in the exam, you will be asked for 3 marks. A question will be given to you like this: complete the given blank spaces with your ideas. Topic is mind mapping. Okay, mind mapping with your ideas in the figure that describe your basic preparation for the HSC board examination. For the HSC board examination, how you will be going to do the preparation. So that you have to write here. First, your central idea is the HSC board examination. This HSC board exam. This point shall come in middle. Okay, in the middle. And from there, what you have to do? You have to give different color, shape. So, okay, balloons or diamond, triangle, rectangle, like that. You have to make it. But here, what I have done, simple. I have made this diagram. Yesterday's in part 1, I have already given that. Give the means color, shape, make the design. Okay, balloon and all. So here I have written very simple. So you have to follow that. So this will become in the exam for 3 marks. So what you have to do? Preparing for the exam. What you will do? First, preparing a timetable. You prepare a timetable. So at what time after going home from college, when you go home, at that time you should divide your time. Okay. For example, some student they will divide the time from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock for studying. Okay, timetable. Thorough reading of all the textbook. What he will do, the student, he will read complete textbook. Writing practice for specific hour, then you will divide one more hour for writing practice. Whatever he is studied, the student, he will practice in the rough notebook all the question and answer. Memorizations of equations and formulae. You have to make the chart and write the formula equation and paste at the wall of your house and watch it regularly. So what will happen? It will help you in memorizing the formula and equations. Then next is providing time for relaxation and physical exercise. Give at least 1 hour or half hours for exercise. Okay. Don't do continuous study. Take the break. Okay. Then next, preparing memory maps and mnemonics. Just now I have said. Okay. Mnemonics. Take the initial synopsis, initial first word. Okay. Suppose the exam you are studying the topic of temperature. Okay, so in the temperature, the sub topic of the temperature will be given in your notebook or that guide. You take that synopsis and take the initial only one. Okay, temperature you studying, take the T. What you write in the temperature, that you must know. Okay, if you suppose you are studying about weather, so say take chemical weathering, CW. Okay, mechanical weathering, MW. Okay, like that. Make the mnemonics, so it will become very easy for you. Then next, going through the college notes and making condensed self notes. What you are running notes, whenever teacher are teaching in the class, so they are giving example. They are talking, they are bringing about different anecdotes. So write down. Okay, running notes. That is going to help you. College running notes are very important. It helps a lot at the time of examination. So make the running notes. Okay, whatever examples are given by teachers, jot down in your notebook or a rough page, so that at the time of end moment you recall it. It will help you in the exam. Then next is allocating sufficient time for revision and revising, do the revision. And once you make this mind map of each and every topic, so it will become very easy. No need to do the means not learning. And mind map is a very effective medium of study. It enhances our learning process. Okay, in a short period of time, you can recall so big topic. Okay, big topic you can cover it with the help of making this mind map. It is not a time consuming. Okay, in a short period of time, you can draw the map and chart and give the different types of design and shapes. Okay, so these are the this is a question in the question exam. In the exam, this question will ask you, and in this way you have to write it. Now let us have a glance over the text, then we will discuss in detail. So in our first video yesterday, we saw that Gideon is a girl. She was ignored, and teachers they could not make out. They thought that she is a disturbing element of the class. Okay, and once the doctor, her mother, she consulted the doctor. Then doctor has discovered that she is having interest. Her bent of mind is totally diverted towards dancing, music. So what happened? School ignored, teachers they ignored the creativity of that girl. So later on she became a dancer, best choreographer. Okay, and in this way she became very much popular in United Kingdom. Now next one. A huge amount of research on skill acquisition has found that the skill developed by training and practice are very rarely generalized to other areas and are in fact very closely related to the specific training. It is certainly unhelpful and probably wrong, therefore, to talk about critical thinking skills. Critical thinking is an important part of most disciplines. And if you ask disciplinary experts to describe what they mean by critical thinking, you may well find considerable similarities in the responses of mathematics and historians. The temptation is then to think that they are described the same thing, but they are not. The same is true for creativity. Creativity is not a single thing, but in fact a whole collection of similar but different processes. Creativity is mathematics. In mathematics, it's not the same as creativity in visual art. Yes, in creativity in mathematics is not the same in the visual art. For example, if a student decides to be creative in mathematics by deciding that 2 plus 2 is equal to how much? 2 plus 2 is equal to how much? 3. If student he says that 2 plus 2 is equal to 3, then what will happen? That is not being creative. It is just seeing the student is no longer doing mathematics. Creativity involves being at the edge of a field but still being within it. Similar arguments can be made for the 21st century skill such as problem solving, communication and learning how to learn. There is something evidence that students who learn to work well with others in one setting may be more effective doing so far in other setting. So some transfer is definitely possible. Here the writer he wants to say that creativity in mathematics is different and in art is different. You cannot compare both mathematics creativity and art creativity as the same. There is a difference. If any student says that 2 plus 2 is equal to 3, it will become very absurd and silly that he is not doing creativity in mathematics according to the writer. Okay, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, but here student says that 2 plus 2 is equal to 3, so this is not a creativity in the mathematics. Okay, and creative thinking. What is creative thinking? I will be giving you the example. Creativity. Creativity comes in divergent thinking. How? Divergent thinking means in a different way. You have to think. Okay, for example, essay writing. If I will give the example, the role of women in Indian society. So, students they will think creatively from different angles. Divergent thinking will be helpful. Okay, and convergent thinking. What is convergent thinking? Mostly it is coming in the what you can say objective type test. Okay, for example, in science. In science, means whatever is a fact, that fact must come in the practical. So it is followed mostly in the science topic. means convergent thinking. Convergent means single thinking. Okay. For example, filling the blank. For example, the capital of India is dash. So what will come? Only one answer. Delhi will come. Delhi is the capital of India. Here, this is the example. Means only one answer. It is a universal fact. There is no 3, 4 Delhi in India. So this is a convergent thinking. Okay. And what is a divergent thinking? In divergent thinking, have creativity comes? No creativity. If I say, if some student says that Mumbai is the capital of India, some says that Lucknow is the capital of India, some says that Srinagar is the capital of India, it becomes creativity? No. Okay, there is a convergent thinking. This is an example of convergent thinking. And creativity always comes in divergent thinking. Essay writing, letter writing, report writing. So creativity. What will happen? Students they will think. They will emphasize their brain. Brainstorming will take place. And he will put emphasis on his brain. He will find out, he will discover some example. He will write in his own way. He will write anecdotes. He will write a quotation before writing the essay. Okay, in a sequence he will write it. So creativity is the means it is also one art, and this creativity comes in divergent thinking. And in filling the blank, match the following, whatever we are doing studying, that is the example of convergent thinking. In convergent thinking, only one idea should come. Okay, and that will be accurate. You cannot give the option substitute for this. What is the capital of India? You cannot give some other example. Okay, so creativity always comes in divergent thinking. Art. Okay, art is also drawing subject. Creativity comes. Divergent thinking. At the time of exam, teacher says that draw this means unseen drawing. At the end moment, you will be given the means question. Draw this. Draw the rainbow without looking. Student can draw the color. Okay, in this way, landscape looks very beautiful. So these are the example of divergent thinking. Okay, and convergent thinking is what means that only filling the blank, make the following. Okay, true or false. These questions are the example of convergent thinking. And divergent thinking, there is a creativity. Okay, now next. However, the really important message from the research in this area is that if you want a student to be creative in mathematics, you have to teach this in mathematics classroom. If you want to make the student be creative in mathematics, so teacher must teach wholeheartedly on the subject of mathematics in the given classroom teaching learning situation. If you want the student to think critically in history, you have to teach this in history. So how creativity will come? First, the teacher should he must have in-depth knowledge. He should teach the student. He should give the example. He should work hard on those topics. Then only student will think on different direction. If the teacher suppose is not teaching, he is teaching very lightly, then what will happen? No creativity is going to come. For creativity means what is important? First, knowledge should be transferred from teacher to the student. Then only they will think in different direction. You should give an example. Okay, solve on the board and give the means question so that they will follow that. Okay, inductive approach of teaching learning process should be followed. So then what will happen? Definitely creativity will come only when the students are having clear picture and ideas about the topic in their brain. Then only they will do creativity. If they don't know, it is not at all possible for them. Okay, so here the example is given. The history teacher, mathematics teacher, they should means teach them in such a way so that the student should bring creativity in the topic. Next, mastering discipline, learning to communicate effectively, engaging civically in discussion and argument. These have been and should remain at the forefront of all education. The ancient talks about the importance of understanding what is true and what is not, what is beautiful and what is not, worth lingering over, and what is good in terms of being a worthy person, worker and citizen. These educational goals should be perennial. So, 21st century skills. So here the writer is giving an example of 21st century skill. Earlier now, due to the rapid advancement in the field of science and technology, what happened? The whole world has become a global village. Okay, so science and technology has become very much advanced. So in 21st century, what skills are important? Problem solving first. Second, communication. WhatsApp, Facebook, mobile is very fast communication. Social media platform we are having. Then next, learning how to learn. Learning is how to learn. Here the student should learn how to learn. Learning should emphasize on how to learn. Transfer of skill. Transfer of skill. Okay, this is one example. Transfer of skill only, mind mapping. Then next, the short answer is no, although they certainly can if they forget two important lessons. First, that is the maximum number of children are to be given the greatest possible chance of realizing their creative potential. The school need to provide rich and broad curriculum that includes so-called creative subjects that are the visual and performing arts. So, forefront of educational goal. Mastering discipline, learning to communicate effectively, engaging civically in discussion and argument, so to school be creativity. What is true? What is beautiful? What is good? So this thing student should think. Then last part is, and second was that if they are serious about cultivating real creativity across the curriculum, they need to remember that creativity describes a whole collection of similar but different forces. In other words, they need to understand the central place of the discipline in education and take them as their starting point in curriculum design. Julian Essel. So now what happened? In the last, the writer says that creativity is the essence of nowadays in the 21st century is the essence of teaching learning process. Creativity should come. So if suppose take the example, most of the time if you see in the foreign country means the student who are MBA graduate they are handling means five candidates workload alone. But our five candidates of MBA, they are not handling their own work. So that's why there is no demand of MBA graduate in foreign countries. So what happened? They are focusing on means creativity. They if you are doing MBA, that means 70% work is based on practical and 30% is theory. Okay, so this is the condition. So creativity is very important. If there is no creativity, there is no skill, so you will not get a job also. Okay, so there is a competition. So skill based. In India, means you will find manual laborers are skill based. Okay, they are having a skill, but what happened? They are poor, they are illiterate, and on the basis of literacy, what happened? They are not getting the job in the abroad. Okay, why? Because they don't have they did not fill the qualification. Okay, fulfill the qualification. That's why they were denied. Though they are having the talent, knowledge, everything, but due to this education, they are not getting, because majority of the people they belong to poor background family and they cannot afford education. This is the condition. So in this lesson, mind mapping, in the last the writer he has focused on problem solving skill, communication, and next one transfer of the skill, learning how to learn. So in this way we have come to the conclusion that mind mapping is nothing but only my mind map is the representation of information in graphical form, especially in the form of diagram. What you have to do, you have to make this diagram will be given to you, and question will be also given to you in the exam. Here this central idea will be given to you, and you have to think it and write this point. Okay, for 3 marks. So dear student, if you are having any doubt or any queries in your mind regarding this 3.2, okay, so then please give your comment on the comment box section of our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.